Hi, my name is Tiffany. I'm the creator of Mind Your Chakras, and I'm a Reiki master teacher and an intuitive healer. I'm bringing this video today to show you how to use a pendulum to test your chakras. So I teach very much about the chakra system because I think it's a really great organization of energy that helps us get insight to our being and into our own energetic energy. And once we really understand what's happening with our own personal energy, then we can do the work to manage it the way that we need to manage it, and maybe even see how what's going on in our energetic field is reflecting back to us in the world around us. And if we're not liking what's happening around us, or we want to see improvements or change, by looking internally, it's the place to start in order to make those changes, so we can start to see what's going on with us, give us insight, and then we can implement changes. So the chakra system, as I said, is an organized system of energies. And within each of the 7 main ones that come up the midline of the body, there's different attributes to each of the 7 that could guide us to maybe what it is that our energy is trying to tell us. And I found that one of the best ways to test the energy in our field of our chakras is by using a pendulum. So to test your chakras with the pendulum, I have gotten very familiar with my pendulums. This one is actually not the one that I use all the time. The one I use is a very simple clear quartz one, but for purposes of you being able to see it, I chose this one. And I'll talk more about pendulums at the end of the video. So the way I have understood my pendulum to inform me of the energy is that in each chakra is that it will go either in a circle clockwise, which will tell me that the chakra is balanced. It may go side to side, which tells me that there's energy in the chakra. It may be slightly blocked, or it may not be being used to its fullest potential. Sometimes the pendulum just sits still. That tells me that the chakra is currently devoid of energy, or it's completely blocked. And then every once in a while, the pendulum will go counterclockwise. So it'll spin in a circle, but counterclockwise. That tells me that the energy is moving backwards. So that's saying that the energy of what that chakra has to do with is really kind of confused. So that gives us really deep insight as to, oh, why is this working in this manner? And we already have everything we know inside of us. We have the knowledge of what's going on. So if we see it going a certain way, especially backwards, and we understand what that chakra is, right away we're going to be like, oh yeah, I know what's going on in my life that this is attributed to. And then once that's brought to light, then you can start to focus on it. Should you make that choice? Some of us like to just kind of live in the discomfort of discomfort, right? But that will always get to a point where we're going to want to make change. So that said, I also need to note for you that energy shifts and change all the time. So the only constant is change. So just because your chakra energy may be moving in a certain way right now when you test it, doesn't mean that it's a lifetime of this chakra energy. If your heart chakra is going backwards and that concerns you, it's not necessarily a diagnosis for your entire life. It's just this one point in time. And when you make changes to your energy, that chakra energy will shift as well. So this is also very empowering that once you have the knowledge of something, you have the power to make the change. So don't get hung up on worrying about what your energy is doing in the chakra. This is purely for insight so that you can be empowered to make the changes you need. So I'm going to go ahead and test my chakras with you in this video. I didn't test them yet today. I did meditate, so they may or may not be aligned. I'm not sure, but you're going to find out with me. So first, what I do when I'm doing this is that the root chakra is at our tailbone. So I hold the pendulum about where my root chakra area is in front of my body, and then I visualize the color red, and I visualize my tailbone, and I say in my head to my pendulum, show me what my root chakra energy is doing. And you can't see it, but I will tell you it's moving side to side. And then I move up to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra sits within the hips, just below the navel. So holding the pendulum in that area. And the pendulum is going clockwise, so that tells me that my sacral chakra is balanced, and then moving up to the solar plexus. So this is right in the center of your torso, just above the belly button. So yeah, the pendulum's not moving. Maybe I'm a little bit nervous to be recording myself, which is interesting. Now it's moving a little bit side to side. So maybe because I voiced that my confidence level is a little shaky right now because I'm recording this video. It was interesting to see that move. So see how we bring light to something, and then by voicing it or doing whatever change we need to be, we can shift our energy almost immediately. So that was a pretty cool thing right off the bat to experience. And then moving up to the heart chakra. That's nice and balanced. It's moving in a clockwise rotation. And then up to the throat chakra. And that's going side to side as well. So something to note, this side to side movement is going forward and back. And on my root chakra, when it was going side to side, it was moving side to side, not forward and back, which my throat chakra was doing. That's okay. I wouldn't get hung up on which direction the side to side is going. I would just more so see that it's where the cadence is going. If it's just moving in a certain direction, that movement forward and back and side to side is the same, because it's just showing how the energy is picking up. So my throat chakra was side to side. My third eye, that's nice and balanced. I actually just finished recording an intuitive exercise video, which you can find on this channel as well. So that's kind of a testament to focusing on balancing the energy. And then the crown chakra, oh, you can't see that. I will slouch down a little bit. So crown chakra sits just above your head, and the pendulum you can see is moving clockwise. So this is a really good introduction and it's kind of fun. Like, you can sit every day and just sit with your chakras and just hold a pendulum up in front of each area where those chakras sit, and kind of just get an idea of how the energy is moving, and then start to ask yourselves the question, well, what is this attributed to? You can look up online to see what chakras are, the attributes of chakras are. You can go to mindyourchakras.com. I have a whole list and explanation of what each chakra is about. And also, I will post in the comments below the chakra course that I have done. It's an online chakras course. So it takes you through the basics of what each chakra is about, how it aligns with our existence, it aligns with our psychology, it aligns with our physical essence. And then there's, for each of the chakras in this course, there are over 2 hours of guided meditation. So there's meditations to get familiar with the energy of each chakra. It teaches you about the attributes of each chakra, what they mean to your life and to your physical being. And then there's also journaling exercises to help assist you with what's going on within each of your chakras. So knowing that you're going through each one and understanding what the energy is doing, then these journaling exercises can help you to understand what's actually happening in your life. It helps you parse out the pieces to get a really good understanding of you. And then it has meditations that help to reframe what you're working on, to help clear that out of your system and help empower you to move forward with that. I was talking about the pendulums. I also hand make individual pendulums. So I have a couple examples here for you. They have different crystals, and crystals have vibrations. These are pretty cool because they're customized. My crystal sits with me in my purse everywhere I go. So the more that you're with your pendulum, the more it attunes to your energy, and the more that you can understand each other, essentially. So it's kind of cool to have a personalized one that feels just like you. All of these I will put the link in the bottom of this video as well to purchase a personalized pendulum if you'd like. I just think it's really cool to have one that you feel kind of reflects who you are and part of your personality. So that's why each one is handmade and completely one of a kind. Or you could just hop on Amazon and get a simple, cheap one somewhere. It doesn't matter where you get it from, what it looks like. It matters how much you're working with it and your energies are in training and working together. So I think that's about it for this little training session on how to read your chakras with a pendulum. So thank you for spending your time with me, and namaste.